What's going on YouTube? This is Daybreak748 and guys, it is that time. It is that time to talk about New York Comic Con and show you the awesome figures that I was able to pick up at this con. Now guys, I have nothing bad to say about my con experience this year. Why? Well, let me just give you a little story. Last year, 2013, when I went to New York Comic Con, I was super disappointed. Why? Well, if you haven't watched that video, if you're new to my channel, first of all, welcome. And secondly, go check out that video. You will see that I created a rant video, which I never do on this channel, but that was the first time because I was so annoyed. And yeah, it was just a bad experience overall. Why? Because I was looking for so many of those exclusive figures and there were so many people or vendors who were just being douchebags and stuff like that. So it was just not a good experience overall, and I wasn't able to get all the exclusive figures that I wanted to get. So this year I went into New York Comic Con saying to myself, hell with the exclusives. The only exclusive that I was kinda interested in is this stuff right here, the keys, and that was pretty much it. So I was like, you know what? I don't care if I get a single exclusive, honestly speaking. I took a look online before the con and I looked at all the exclusives, and yeah, there were some cool ones, but I was like, you know what? I don't really need these. So I was like, this year I'm gonna just go have fun. I'm going to hang out with my friends, my family, and take a lot of pictures. I am going to go to as many panels that I can possibly get into. I'm going to go check out Artist Alley. I'm going to just enjoy and just rest and have a good time. And that's exactly what I did. So, with that being said, let's take a look at the figures and the games and all that other stuff that I was able to pick up. Now, didn't want you guys to just sit there and just look at an empty space while I gave you this introduction, which is now 2 minutes long. So that's why I have it here. Now this is my haul. As you guys can clearly see, Firefly anime. Do you see all those scale figures? The Yoshino, the two fairy tale figures, the Madoka Magica stuff in the background right there. Yes, as you guys can clearly see, and I'm sure, well, wait, backtrack. Guys, if you don't know who Firefly Anime is, she is another YouTuber. She does haul videos just like I do. She reviews stuff just like I do. She and her husband loves anime and manga and all that stuff. So go show them some love. If you want to see stuff like you see on my channel, you can definitely check them out, and they have some good stuff too. But yeah, anyways, back on track. If you are new to my channel or if you've been following along with me, you know that I recently started collecting scale figures. So I've already reviewed the Lucy from Fairy Tail, which is 1/7 scale from Good Smile. I also reviewed the 1/8 scale princess figure from Date Alive. And I've also reviewed the Tomoe Mame, which is from Good Smile, and she is once again 1/8 scale. Now, because I started reviewing these and I kind of bought them off a whim, ever since then, I've seriously fallen in love with these scale figures. They have so much character, just they look so awesome in their dynamic poses, and it's just awesome to look at, and I just love it. So at the con, while I was walking around, I saw first day, which is the Thursday. I had the 48 pass, as you guys can clearly see. It's the Daryl. Yeah, you see it right there? Yes. Well, I was walking around waiting for my cousins and family and friends to get there, and I saw in the far corner of the convention, there was an anime booth, and I looked on one of their racks, and I clearly see a Date Alive scale figure. Now, I thought it was Princess at the time, so I was like, oh, I already have that figure. I'm really looking for Yoshino, but I know it can't be her. But when I went closer to examine the figure, it was none other than Yoshino. Now guys, as you guys saw, or maybe you haven't seen, there are some figures that I call Holy Grail figures. Why do I call them Holy Grail figures? Well, it's because they are insanely, wow, I can't talk, insanely hard to find, expensive, etc. And Yoshino right there, she's one of those figures. I couldn't believe it, guys. She was right there, and I was like, I didn't see a price tag, so I was like, hey, how much is this figure? And I guess it was Thursday, and they were not really prepared, and so they were kind of talking amongst themselves, and they're like, oh, you can have it for 90, but do you have cash? Because our credit card system isn't working at the time. I was like, oh, yeah, I have 90, and I didn't even second guess. I didn't even haggle. There's no point. Why? Because she, on the aftermarket, eBay, Amazon, places like that, she's going for well over 125. That is insane. And no, it's not a bootleg. I've done my homework. It is the real deal. So yeah, there you have it. On Thursday, I got one of my holy grails, which is the 1/8 scale painted figure of the Hermit, also known as Yoshino from the Date A Live anime. So, I knew this con was going to be good because I just found one of my favorite characters on the first day, in the first hour. It was awesome. Alright, so let's move on. Now, if you have never been to a con, I highly recommend you either bring lots of books, your DVDs, and a laptop or a portable DVD player, or a Nintendo 3DS. Why? Because you're going to be waiting forever. Especially if you're someone like me who likes to get out there early, make sure they're one of the first people there, and you wait in those long, ridiculous lines in that waiting room. Yeah, you're going to be waiting forever. I'm talking about not just 1 hour, I'm talking about a couple of hours, like 4 to 5 hours. So, I didn't show this off last week, but my brother actually got this for me for my birthday. Shout out to my brother. Love you. Yeah, and thank you so much. This was a lifesaver. While I was at New York Comic Con, I brought my Nintendo 3DS, and I was just playing and having a good time, trying to unlock all the characters and whatnot. And I saw that there were a couple of people there that had the game as well. So, you know what we did? We played Super Smash. I made friends, and it was awesome. It was a great time. This really ate up all the time, and time flew by. It was unbelievable. So, thank you once again for this. But, yep, got that. Now, sticking with the Super Smash Brothers theme, in this game, I've been playing as this character right here, which is Lucario. Lucario is obviously a Pokemon, and this was originally s.h.figuarts, but now they have kind of combined forces, and now it's under the heading of s.h.figuarts. So yes, I am using Lucario in Super Smash, so I was like, you know what, I gotta have this in my Super Smash Brothers display, in my DTOF. So bam, there you have it. Found it at the con, picked it up. There you go. So he will be joining the battle in my DTOF with my other Super Smash Brothers figures, like the Bowser, the Donkey Kong, the Yoshi, Link, Samus, Snake, Mario, etc. that I've already reviewed. Alright, up next, sticking with the s.h.figuarts theme, this guy right here, Naruto Uzumaki. Honestly speaking, he was very low on my wants list, but I saw him for a good deal. It was like $30 with tax and everything. So I just picked him up. Not a big deal. I've seen reviews on this guy. He looks okay, but what I want to get multiple Naruto's and try to have like a shadow clone thing going on in a display, but that will come eventually, and he's not really that hard to find. So there you have it. Alright, once again, sticking with the s.h.figuarts theme. I'm going to just move this. I was able to find at the con Android 17. So we have Android 18. We now have Android 17, and we just need to worry about Android 16. So, super excited about that. So that is my little s.h.figuarts haul. The exclusive that I was able to pick up, and yes, I got two. One is for a friend of mine. He was sick, so he couldn't go. It is the Power Rangers Legendary Ranger key set for Tommy Oliver. And real quickly, just to show you guys how it looks, if you open it up, it has all of Tommy's former Ranger powers. And yeah, they're all metallic paint and it looks cool. Am I going to open this? Probably not, honestly speaking. But yeah, that's that. And when I got those two, they threw in this for me. It is that, let's see. I know the camera is going to want to focus in on the back, so hopefully you guys can see that. It's once again a Green Ranger key. It is that translucent plastic with the little glittery pattern going through it, which is pretty cool. So, yep, there you have it. Alright, now, I just want to move these smaller figures out of the way real quick because I want to show off the large portion of this haul. So, as you guys can clearly see, the only figures I have not talked about yet are these figures on the bottom here and those two up on top. Guys, on these 6 figures besides the Yoshino figure, I picked up on the last day of the con, which is Sunday. It was about an hour and a half before the con was going to close and end. And I was walking around and I've been eyeing this one booth because I saw that they had the 2 fairy tale figures and all of the Madoka girls that I wanted to pick up. So I went to them. I'm like, listen, I know these prices are way out of scale, meaning you've overpriced them to the max, and I understand how it works, blah, blah, blah. If you're willing to work with me, I plan on buying multiple figures, not just one, not just two. I'm thinking about picking up a couple, probably around 6 figures. At the time, I was thinking 7 because I saw another figure, but I was like, probably 6 figures, 6, 7 figures. And so, can you work with me? I don't need to get them here if you're going to jack up the price and be unrealistic. If you are going to work with me, then I don't mind buying it from you. So he was like, I don't know what you have in mind, but pick out the figures and then let's talk. So I was like, okay. I picked out the 4 magical girls, Homura, Sakura, Sayaka, and Madoka, and I picked out the 2 fairy tale figures, and I was like, listen, I know what these figures are going for, not on the secondary market. I do know what they're going for on the secondary market, but I'm not gonna buy from the secondary market. I'm gonna go to places like Mandarake or Ami Ami, and even with shipping, it's gonna be less than what you're charging me here. So, can you work with me? If so, I'll buy from you. You can get the cash. I'll pay in cash. That's fine. Or you could lose the business and I'll just buy these 6 figures on Mandarake or Ami Ami. And when I said that, he was like, well, Ami Ami, most of these figures are sold out, or blah, 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 I can't do it. I was like, that's not true, because the pre-owned section, I can find figures that have not been opened, just the boxes are a little dinged up. And when I say little bit dinged up, you guys know what I'm talking about, especially for those of you guys who have bought from Ami Ami or Mandarake. So I was like, hey, I'm not gonna argue with you. Like, if you want to get the business, help me out. If not, no hard feelings. Sorry for wasting your time. I'm gonna go buy it offline and still pay less. And so he was like, okay, what do you want for these figures? I told them the prices that I saw, and I even showed them using my cell phone the prices of these figures. He's like, I probably can't do that because I pay for this on these for this amount. I was like, you know what? Okay, that's fair, but I'm not paying that crazy price. So he was like, okay, then I'll give you this price. And we kind of talked, and eventually he was like, you know what? Fine. If you're gonna buy all 6 figures, I can give it to you for, I think it was a little bit under, yeah, a little bit under 500. And I was like, it's a deal, it's a wrap. And so I picked these guys up for, I think it was like I don't remember, it was 400 something. And there you go. I was able to pick up all of these 6 figures from that one vendor, and he was happy, I was happy. I think I was more happy because these figures are going for crazy money, especially Homura there. She's going for like 160. I've seen her go for. The fairy tale figures go for like 60, 70 a piece. These girls go in, they vary in price range, but they're close to like $80, $60 to $80, and plus shipping, it will be in that 400 range anyways if I picked it up from Mandarake or Ami Ami. So I was like, you know what, this is great. I picked up these figures, didn't need to wait for them, got them in hand, and it was just amazing. So yeah, that's I just wanted to share that with you because maybe you can use that at the con as well. Now guys, you need to be smart about it. I wasn't asking for something ridiculous like $50 a figure. That they would laugh at you and they would just probably scream at you and tell you to go away. I wasn't being unrealistic. I was being pretty realistic, I thought. And so he was happy. I was really happy, and I was able to get all these figures. So yeah, that was my experience. That was my toy haul. What do you guys think? Did I come out on top, or you think I could have done better? Just let me know in the comment section down below. And yeah, definitely link me to your videos. Maybe you went to New York Comic Con and you bought awesome items too. I would love to see it, talk to you guys about it, and yeah, that's that. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I know this was a longer video, but yeah, please rate, comment, subscribe, and if you want to see any of these figures reviewed quickly, then let me know in the comment section down below once again, and I will definitely put that on my priorities list of videos to make. So yeah, that's that. Thank you once again. This is Daybreak 748, and I'm signing out. Peace out, guys.